A sigh, almost a breathy whisper, precedes the narrative. There's the faint sound of rain against a window. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe the sheer audacity, the utter disappointment. It's not even about the specifics, though those, trust me, are a labyrinth of ineptitude. It's about the principle, the crumbling edifice of expectation versus the desolate reality. It's about a certain entitlement, I suppose. Growing up, my grandmother, a woman who weathered more storms than the Baltic Sea, always said, "A promise is a bond, child, a sacred thing." And oh, how naive I was to believe that applied anywhere beyond her little dacha, beyond the scent of lilac and freshly baked rye bread. It started, as so many tragedies do, with hope. I'd been accepted, or so I thought, to the University of Bolton. It felt provincial, yes, a far cry from the hallowed halls I'd envisioned. But my father, a man of pragmatism, shall we say, insisted it was a perfectly respectable institution, a stepping stone. A stepping stone paved, apparently, with broken glass and dashed dreams, the initial correspondence. Oh, the formality, the assurances. They demanded a deposit, you see, a substantial sum, £10,475, a considerable portion of my inheritance, darling, let us not pretend otherwise. But one must invest in one's future, mustn't one? I secured the funds from my sponsor, a dear friend of the family, a woman with a heart of gold. She was tirelessly working for us both. I thought finally a secure step into adulthood, a blossoming of potential. And then the visa, denied, a bureaucratic hiccup, they assured me, a minor inconvenience, but a denial naturally meant a refund. A simple transaction, you'd think, like returning a slightly tarnished trinket to a reputable jeweler. Oh no, this was the University of Bolton. 2 months. 2 months I spent pleading, emailing, practically composing sonnets of desperation to the credit control team. Each email a carefully crafted plea detailing the circumstances, the heartbreaking reliance on that refunded money. My sponsor's father, the kindest man I'd ever encountered, fell gravely ill. Her world was crumbling. Every penny mattered, and what did I receive? Silence, an echoing void where compassion should reside. Then when I finally managed to reach someone, a woman whose voice could curdle milk, she simply hung up on me. Hung up. Can you even fathom the impudence? It's not merely the act of disconnecting the call. It's the inherent disrespect, the casual dismissal of another human being's distress. It's the embodiment of everything I abhor, a complete lack of empathy, a chilling disregard for basic human decency. It felt like my grandmother's sacred bond, shattered into a million pieces. Honestly, the sheer lack of social grace, it's simply barbaric. It's like, remember when we were little, and we debuild these elaborate sandcastles on the beach. Hours of painstaking effort, carefully constructing turrets and moats, decorating with seashells and seaweed. And then a rogue wave would come along and obliterate everything in an instant. That's what this felt like, only instead of sand, it was hope, and instead of a wave, it was the callous indifference of a university's administration. But that wasn't even the crescendo of this wretched saga, darling. No, no. That honor belongs to Mr. Faisal Khalid, a gentleman with over 2 decades of professional experience, a man possessing both a bachelor's and a master's degree. A man who was subjected to a level of humiliation I scarcely believed possible. He arrived for an interview, punctual, prepared, brimming with professional zeal. And what did they do? Sent him to the wrong location. A basic logistical error, you might say, but oh, it spiraled. It spiraled into accusations of rudeness, unfounded allegations of shouting, a complete and utter dismissal of his apologies. Can you imagine, darling, the indignity?
Oh, I was just thinking about the University of Bolton area, like, what kind of things happen there? And oh no, I found some scams, Like, why do people do this? It's so sad. So businesses near University of Bolton, some of them, they try to trick you with fake prices, Like, one tourist went to a little souvenir shop, and the price on the shelf said 5, but when they paid, the cashier charged 10. The tourist was confused, but the cashier just said, "Oh, price changed." And the tourist probably just paid because they didn't want trouble, But then later they realized, wait, that's not fair. But what could they do? They were only there for 2 weeks, so they just left sad. And the shop, probably still doing it to other people. And then, oh no, another thing, some restaurants near University of Bolton, they add extra charges to your bill, like service fee or table fee, but they don't tell you until the end. One tourist ordered food and the menu price was okay, but then the bill came and boom, extra 3 for table cleaning. What? They didn't clean anything special. The tourist probably just paid because they didn't want to argue, but inside they were upset. And the restaurant, still there, probably doing it to others. Oh, and one more, some taxi drivers near University of Bolton, they say the meter is broken, and then charge double what it should be. A tourist got in and the driver was like, oh, meter no work, but don't worry, I know the price. And then surprise, it was way too much. The tourist probably just paid because they were tired, but it is so unfair. And the taxi driver, probably laughing all the way home. Like, why do people do this? Tourists just want to enjoy their trip, you know. It is so sad.
The grim reality of businesses near the University of Bolton. If you're expecting a warm welcome, good service, or even basic competence from businesses near the University of Bolton, lower those expectations. Way lower. The area seems to operate on a different set of rules, where customer service is a myth, prices are a joke, and disappointment is guaranteed. Let's start with Middlebrook Retail Leisure Park, a place that should be convenient but instead feels like a test of patience. The parking situation alone is a nightmare, gridlock so bad you'd think you were trapped in a bad dream. Football matches turn the place into chaos, with fans taking over spaces and shoppers left circling like lost souls. And if you dare to park at Tesco for more than 3 hours, congratulations, you've just earned yourself a £70 fine. ASDA gives you 6 hours, but Tesco, nope. They'd rather punish you for daring to eat breakfast after shopping. Then there's the customer service, or lack of it. At the Kia dealership, staff would rather stare into the void than help you. One visitor had to physically approach an employee just to get a response, only to be met with vague hand gestures toward cars. No advice, no effort, and don't even think about using your phone here. The network is so bad, you might as well be in the Stone Age. No Wi-Fi, no signal, just you and your frustration, staring at a Pizza Hut app that refuses to load. Now, let's talk about the Woodland Spa, where relaxation goes to die. Imagine booking a luxurious spa day, only to be greeted by staff who treat you like an inconvenience. One guest tried to set up a tab but was met with smirks and arrogance when she didn't have her bank card. Another couple's anniversary was ruined when they witnessed an intimate act in the spa. Management's response, half-price vouchers for another visit, as if anyone would want to return. The treatments, overpriced and underwhelming. One guest, a massage therapist herself, described her session as student-level work, cold oil, abrupt movements, and a therapist who ignored her requests. And if you wake up sick on the day of your booking, tough luck. No refunds, no rescheduling. The spa's idea of flexibility is telling you to suffer in silence. Then there's Olympus Fish and Chip Restaurant, where the only thing more shocking than the prices is the portion sizes. £47 for 2 adults and 2 kids. You'd expect a feast. Instead, you get fish the size of a fish finger and a handful of greasy chips. One customer asked if the 12 Oz cod was enough to share. The answer was a confident yes. The reality, barely enough for one, and if you complain, prepare for a chef who'd rather argue than fix the problem. But the real horror story here isn't just the food, it's the service. One guest was manhandled by the manager while trying to put on her jacket.